Hello everyone, we are here again on the mic drop of Many Hands One Heart, and here we have one of my beloved friends, Manono. Hello darling, how are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing great, dear. Anyway, my name is Manono,
Yes.
and I live here in Liverpool.
Cool. Alright Manono, tell us a little bit about you. How long you been here in the UK?
I've been here in the UK 16 years now.
Wow, 16 years. That's a long journey here.
It is a long journey.
Yes. And how you feel about nowadays?
Amused. It's like home, really. It's like home, really. It's amused, really amused. Food, amused of everything that is in Liverpool. Yeah, I take Liverpool as home.
Yeah, Liverpool,
I
yes.
take Liverpool as home.
It's a really warming places for migrants.
People, I get along with people.
Yes.
People are so nice. Everything, really, in Liverpool.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, Manono, you've been one of the seniors members of Many Hands One Heart. So basically, you've been here the whole story of the group. Tell us a little bit, how was the group at the beginning and how it helps the group to your personal experience?
The group, it supports LGBTQI.
Cool, yeah.
And since I've known the group, it made me feel confidence.
Good.
It has made me knowing that I'm not alone. A lot of people that I met, they have similar stories as mine. So really, it made me feel like I'm a human being.
Good. I'm glad you bring that because there's something interesting we should acknowledge that asylum seekers and refugees, they are not only because they live in a zone of war or something like that. There's also people who came here because for your sexuality, you're not safe in your country. How's the situation with the LGBT in your country?
I'll talk about I myself at first.
Good.
I'm coming from a very Christian family.
Okay.
And the country that I'm coming from is a very Christian country. So in terms of sexuality, we only know about the one. The other one, we don't class it as normal.
Yeah.
There is names that we call the other one.
Yeah, okay.
Which I myself am one of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're from the other ones, so...
Yeah.
How do you know you were from that ones?
I knew since I was in the kindergarten.
Okay.
Yeah. That I'm different.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool. So how was that process to acceptance in yourself? It was difficult or you felt...
It was really hard for me to really know what was going on with me. Mm-hmm. Because you couldn't talk about it. And the name gay phrase, we didn't use it by then. So really, I myself, I was even confused. That, am I disabled? Or am I an animal? The way they call them. And I'll be listening to that.
Or if you are sick even.
Sick? Is it a disease?
Yes.
Yeah. So I couldn't talk about it or I couldn't show myself because I was scared of the way they were treating them.
Yes.
When I was young. And I knew myself that I'm like them. But I wouldn't talk. I could not even do it. I could not even show them because I didn't want to be called all those names that they were calling them people.
Yeah, so basically since you were a children, you were thought that you were sick, you were diseased, you were something that is wrong. Is that okay? Okay. How's the legal situation of the LGBT in your country?
Really, as I said, I'm coming from a Christian family and also my country is a very Christian country. With LGBT really is something that they don't want to hear about that.
Okay.
They don't want people to talk about it. If you talk about it, they will kill you. It will and they'll kill you. Really, they just don't want to see you.
So it's like my country when it's not illegal, but it's still persecute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, for what I know, they say like it's not illegal in the media, whatever.
Yeah, of course, but that's just in words.
But really, till now, it's illegal.
Yeah. I think we could agree we came from that background when a country is publicly not illegal, but in the sense or the base of the society, the homophobic is something that is accepted even in my country. For example, if you kill someone who's gay, or if you insult or attack someone who's gay, the person who's responsible for that is the gay people because they were looking for that. Is that the same that in your country, that
Yes.
LGBT people is responsible for the attacks they suffer because they are against the rules and against the
That's true. That's the same thing in my country as well.
Yeah, because they are attacking the moral of the society.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So when you came to the UK, you were a different person. You have different feelings in regards of your sexuality. Yes?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, so how's been that journey to discover yourself as a lesbian woman?
Okay, when I came here, I was really pretending to be straight.
Okay.
I tried myself to fit in, pretending to be straight. But I knew that I wasn't straight. Coming to this country, really, it was a getaway from me. I was really happy that I'm in this country, that I can do whatever I want to do free. But when I came to this country, because of the brainwash that they brainwashed me back home, it was really hard for me to come out even I was in this country, because I didn't want to hear those names, to be judged. All I wanted is to accept me. So because of the way I was, and some people when they were telling me the stories that, look, even I'm here, but I feel the same. I feel the same like I'm in Africa. I'm still in a closet. So that made me as well to be still in a closet. So the time that I was thinking myself that, no, for how long I'm going to live like this, I went on Google and I found out that there is some groups that they give counseling. And that's before I came out. So I went for those groups. I went and tell them about myself. And these groups, they were happy to see me. And they told me stories and they showed me that, no, you are not alone. There is people like you. They are going through counseling. But what made me... The thing that I was struggling a lot was to accept myself. I was really struggling to do that.
Yeah.
Because I was really confused. Am I normal or abnormal? So when I went to these groups and having counseling is when the time that I have to accept myself by seeing the others, the life that they are living and they are happy. But me, because it's I'm suppressing my sexuality. So I was going through a lot. But since these groups, when I was going for counseling before I came out, then they built up my confidence. Then I came out, I said, no, okay, this is me now. This is me now, so I can do it freely the way I want. And since that happened, really, I feel free. I feel normal. I do my things the way I want to do it.
Yeah, so basically, you never came out in your country for all the beliefs. And you were scared and struggling with yourself because you don't know who you are really. Yes. And even when you came here to England, with all the freedom we have here, with all the stuffs we have here,
yes,
you're still struggling to accept yourself because you still don't have clear who you are.
Yes.
Or even if that's a sin, or even because you still have that thoughts from your country.
I still have it, and to tell you the truth, the way I've seen it, even the professionals, they are making me to be fear of my sexuality, for not knowing myself, who am I, because of the professionals, the way they're dealing with people from Africa, or I can say people from outside England, the way they don't believe them. So it made me feel like, oh, so it's true that this is not exist, or my sexuality is untrue. Yeah.
I think it's important that what you say, because you seek for assistance.
Yes.
But it's important to recall you seek for assistance not because you want to cure yourself, but you seek for that because you want to know what's going on with you.
Yes.
You were confused, you were off focus, so you want to keep all your thoughts in order. So then there you discover you were lesbian.
Yes.
And I think that's really, really precious, because sometimes people tend to blame people on the closet,
Yes.
but they don't know their backgrounds.
Yes.
You know, being on myself on the closet, but I came out really young. I mean, not that young, but it was like 19, I think. So when I came out, still young, I think. So since I came out of the closet, I tried to build myself, my own story, my own ideas. But in your case, you even having the freedom, you don't feel that encouragement to build your own story.
Yes.
Because you were poisoned with that feelings.
Yes.
So the 2020 Manono, how is this girl in terms of the sexuality?
Really, when it comes to my sexuality, I've tried to put it there so that anyone can know that I'm a lesbian. But in terms of enjoying my sexuality, there is a lot that is blocking it. Yeah. There is a lot that I'm going through. There is a lot that really I'm trying to see myself that it is really hard that I can enjoy the way I want. So most of the time, I'm not doing it. I'm not out there to socialize a lot because there is a lot. Financial, it's blocking me that I can, because if I'm in love with someone, really, I want to enjoy like the way other people are doing it. I want to exchange gifts, we want to go out, but there is nothing that I have that I can make the other person. And also with the status that I have, because I've got no papers.
Yeah.
It's hard to find a relationship because some people, they want to know if you are allowed to be in this country. So if you're telling them, oh, I'm a asylum seeker or I'm a failed asylum seeker, they'll leave you because they'll see that you're going to waste their time.
Yes. Thanks for carrying on that. And yeah, I've been in that situation when you think when you have no status, you're no one here. Basically, you feel you're no one here.
Yeah.
Even if you had a big supporting network, in the reality, you don't know if tomorrow you will be here.
Yeah.
You don't have anything for granted.
Yeah.
And I was telling in my interview that I'm 28, and I never had in my life, I never received in my life roses or chocolates from a guy. I never been able to go out and have a date. I never been able to holding hands outside in the street. And I'm 28 and still feeling I cannot do that for my current situation as asylum seeker.
Yeah.
And I think you are in the same position.
I am on the same position because, to tell you the truth, Adrian, I used to be in a relationship.
Yeah.
But this relationship is the professionals who ended up my relationship.
Oh.
Because they had to discriminate my girlfriend that you are not a lesbian. Yet I'm seeing the person. And now my girlfriend, she's going through mental health problems because she's like, what do I really need to do to show them that I'm a lesbian?
Yes, that's a really delicate...
and this happened in this country.
I know, that's delicate because you and I, we do activism on LGBT asylum seeker circle, and we hear stories that you say, is that even possible or true? I mean, it's unbelievable how sometimes, like you said, how can I prove I am LGBT? Or how can I prove something else? And it's difficult sometimes because even bringing some evidence, the Home Office don't believe you or the judge don't believe you. So it's horrible when you don't have a certain evidence that evidence could be taken like a fact, or this is not enough. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not sure if we can say this on. I'm not sure if we can say this on.
Say it, because
but
we're raising awareness through this
Yeah,
podcast,
but-
and we need to talk what is like what we are going through, because what I went through, for me now, not talking to my girlfriend, she left me. And the life that she left is like, oh, I don't know what I can prove to people that I'm a lesbian. So because of whatever is happening in this country, it has made me to fear more
yeah,
of my sexuality. I'm struggling. I don't even know what to do now, because if in Africa, I left Africa just because of that, knowing that I'm coming to the country that they're accepting LGBTQ, and I'm coming here and it's the same thing. I don't know whether it's because of my color. I don't know whether it's because I'm coming from Africa. I don't know how I can do it for them to believe me. And to tell you the truth, sometimes when I was sitting down and thinking, oh, I don't blame people in Africa. I don't blame people in Africa why they don't accept LGBTQI. I don't believe them. I don't blame them at all. Because when I was growing up in Africa, I used to go to church, and I grew up in a family that they believe in God. And when I was growing up, I started to know that, oh, this is Church of England. That's Church of England. Oh, those Church of England. Oh, so many churches, they are Church of England. And those churches, they teach us they teach us Bible.
Yes.
And they were even giving us Bibles for free. And when you go through the Bible, our sexuality is not there. It's abomination. They said Sodom and Gomorrah. And in Africa, they're believing that. Yes. You understand? They are believing that. Yet I come to this country. When I come to this country, I continue going to church in this country. It's when I learned that this country, they accept LGBTQ, which I'm one of them. And also they accept to marry them in church, which cannot happen in my country.
Yes.
Which cannot happen in my country. So if I'm taking my girlfriend, this is my girlfriend, and they're telling, oh no, you can just take a friend from outside and you bring here and you said this is your girlfriend. Really? How can you feel? Yet you've run away from that country, which they'll criticize you, discriminating you.
Yes.
And you're coming here. These are the professionals. These are the professionals that they're telling you, oh, we don't believe you. How can you feel?
I totally get your point, and I don't want to get introduced in the religion things because I'm not a believer. And honestly, I don't have any respect for the churches as institutions. I respect if you believe, but I don't respect the institutions for all the damage they do to the LGBT people. And I mean, for me, religions, I know this is not the place to talk about that, but for me, religions is just a business. And especially in Africa, when you see these massive events, when they do miracle, let's say, and people buy that because they need to believe something. And when they fall in that stuff, it's more easy to control their minds. And it's just unbelievable how they control their minds, not only for the economical reasons, but to thought the moral they want. So, as a Christians, as you are Christian here in England, how do you feel about you as a lesbian woman and your beliefs?
Yeah. Me as a Christian, I'm really happy to be a Christian, because this is something that I was born with. This is something that is in my blood. Yeah. Coming here, I continue with my Christianity, but not my sexuality that I've even tell my own people in the church, because I know that they have that Christianity mentality that they won't accept me. Because sometimes I'll be sitting in the church and they'll be, oh, there is no gay marriage, no this and that. I'll be talking a lot, but I know myself that, oh, okay, say it, but that's not the way I am. Me, I'm a gay person. You understand?
Okay.
So for that one, really, I don't count. But what I'm counting is to accept me the way I am. Just to accept me, that will make me more happy if you will accept me that I'm a lesbian. Okay. So if I'm asking for protection in this country, Definitely, if they are protecting me, that means my church will understand. But if they are not accepting me, if they are not protecting me, how can my church going to understand that?
Okay. Right. That's interesting. I'm not sure if you are happy to share which church are you going.
To tell you the truth, really, I cannot share my church where I go to. Yeah, it's this one is good. I'm sure it's got nothing to do with my church. This is something to do with my sexuality.
No, I'm bringing this because doing activism, I've been invited to many LGBT Christian groups, and I always say no because I say, honestly, I'm not gonna see any help in myself going there because I'm not a believer. But there's people like Sam, for example. He found a lovely community on a church.
Yeah.
In an open LGBT table on Sunbridge Church, and he's a Christian.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure if you're happy to discuss this.
Yeah, no, it's this church. It helps. It's for LGBT people.
Also.
Yeah, it is. This not mine, the one that I go, but this is the one that one more member of us that I know.
Oh yeah.
Goes. A lot of members they go there. It's a church that they help a lot. And they do understand about what we're going through as migrants in this country.
Yes, exactly.
Yes, mostly asylum seekers. And they take part. So the church that I'm talking about, it's far, far away to do with that.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to bring is, are you more Christian of a church, or are you more Christian of the whole beliefs?
I'm a Christian and I believe as well. I do believe, and I'm a Christian that I do believe. So when it comes to my sexuality, I don't mix into that. This is something, if God is there and he created me and you, I don't think that he can just forsake me just because of my sexuality. Okay. I don't think so. So this Christianity, it's me, and I believe a lot about that. This is what I learned from the people that they came and opened churches in my country.
Okay.
And now, coming here, when I came here, I came here to study. And when I came here to study, this is when I find out, I can be happy and live my life the way I want, as we are in a free country. This is what I was doing. But even though I was doing it, I was still in the closet, not showing the public. But I knew now, I'm coming to know, it was early my 20s when I come here. So I know now, for how long am I going to hide this?
All right.
For how long am I going to still be in closet? So let me come out. When I came out, I went for counseling. And that counseling, they show me that no. Accept yourself first. So I accepted myself because it was hard. If I accept it, if I go home, they'll kill me. They're going to kill me.
Yes.
People, they're going to harm me. They're going to imprison punishment by imprisoning for 14 years in prison. So I was trying my best to hide it. But I saw that, no, I don't need to go there.
Yeah.
I need to stay here where I know that I can practice it the way I want.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're saying that works for you is to separate your sexuality from your beliefs. You feel okay with that?
I do feel okay with that.
That's
and I manage.
That's what makes you cope with your...
Yes.
Okay, that's good.
I manage.
It's interesting because it's another point of view that I never thought. In my personal experience, I always try to mix everything because I think for me as a person, I should have everything in symphony. But like you say, if you're able to separate your religion from your sexuality, I think it's okay. And it's a valid point of carry on the things because there's a point of meeting of both sides when you don't discriminate other LGBT people because you're also LGBT people. So that helps you to don't mix stuffs. And it's really interesting to carry on with that. And so to finish, instead of asking you what you see yourself in the future, I want you to prefer to make a wish and share your wish with us. Dream about that and feel free.
My dream really, it's living normal life in the future, having my own girlfriend, I will marry, having kids. This is how I look at myself in the future. Knowing that I'm not growing young, I'm growing old. I came here when I was really young. But really, I can see that it will happen one day.
Good.
Yeah.
So that wish will be true. Sooner or later, that will be
It will.
true. Okay.
It will. I know that it will happen.
All right.
Yes.
Thank you so much, ladies
Thank
and gentlemen.
you very much.
Thank you so much, Joyce, again for being with us, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you.